When most people think about wealth, they imagine visibility, logos, recognition, proof. They imagine luxury as something that must be seen to be believed. But that assumption collapses in the Middle East. Because here, wealth does not need to explain itself. There is no audience to convince, no arrival to announce, no ladder to climb. To understand Middle Eastern wealth, you must first abandon the Western idea of what luxury is for. Why visibility exists at all. In the West, luxury performs a social function. It communicates achievement, mobility, arrival. Luxury is a language designed for societies where status must be earned, proven, and displayed. A Rolex says, "I've succeeded." A Hermes bag says, "I belong." A Ferrari says, "I've arrived." These objects speak because silence would mean ambiguity. Visibility is necessary only when legitimacy is uncertain. Wealth that never needed permission. Much of Middle Eastern wealth did not emerge from competition. It did not rise through markets. It did not require validation. It was structural, built from land, resources, lineage, sovereignty. There was no moment of arrival because wealth was never absent. And when wealth doesn't need recognition, it stops signaling outward. It turns inward. Why discretion is not modesty. From the outside, Middle Eastern wealth appears discreet, but discretion here is not humility. It is control. Privacy is not about hiding, it is about restricting access. And once access is controlled, symbols become unnecessary. This is why logos begin to disappear, and why something far more powerful replaces them. When symbols stop mattering, privacy as dominance. In Western luxury, exclusivity is marketed, waiting lists, limited editions, invitation-only events. Exclusivity is staged. In Middle Eastern wealth, exclusivity is structural. Private terminals that never appear on maps, compounds that require no signage, spaces where access is not earned, it is granted. This is not discretion, it is dominance. When you control access to space, you no longer need to control perception. Why logos collapse at this level? Logos exist to communicate status. They answer a question, who are you? But when everyone already knows the answer, the question becomes irrelevant. At extreme levels of wealth, garments are unbranded, tailoring replaces recognition, materials replace names, cashmere without insignia, watches without visual authority, cars chosen for comfort, not spectacle. The highest form of luxury is not being recognized. It is being unchallenged. Scale replaces objects. Western luxury celebrates the object. One watch, one bag, one car. Middle Eastern power celebrates scale, not ownership, but control. Fleets, not vehicles. Estates, not homes. Infrastructure, not accessories. Objects impress individuals. Scale impresses systems. Why? Quiet luxury still misses the point. In the West, quiet luxury has become a trend. Neutral palettes, no logos, understated tailoring. But quiet luxury still performs knowledge. It says, "I understand the codes." Middle Eastern wealth does not need to understand the codes. It writes them. Silence here is not aesthetic. It is structural. And this difference explains why time, not taste, becomes the final signal of power. When time matters more than taste. Western luxury is obsessed with relevance. What's new, what's next, what's trending. Middle Eastern wealth operates on a different axis. Time, decades, not seasons, generations, not drops. Continuity, not momentum. When wealth is stable, urgency disappears. There is no need to react. No fear of being left behind. Trend following is a symptom of insecurity. Permanence eliminates the need for speed. Why? Western luxury often misreads this power. Western luxury brands often fail to recognize the highest form of wealth because they search for it where visibility exists. They look for signals, for participation, for response. And when they find none, they assume absence. They assume discretion implies modesty, silence implies retreat, invisibility implies disengagement. But this wealth is not hiding. It is positioned. It has no need to perform belonging because it defines the perimeter of belonging itself. This is not consumer wealth. It is custodial wealth. It does not accumulate through appetite, but through stewardship. Its primary concern is not expression, but continuity. Sovereign wealth does not ask what is new. It asks what will still function when systems shift, alliances dissolve, and narratives expire. When luxury brands approach this world, they often bring velocity, faster collections, louder campaigns, urgent relevance. But velocity signals instability. Here, slowness is power. Brands are not judged by how compelling they are in the present moment, but by how little they change under pressure. They are measured by their ability to endure boredom without reinventing themselves, their respect for silence as a form of protocol, their understanding that hierarchy is structural, not performative, their willingness to remain secondary. This audience does not want to be courted. It wants to be left undisturbed while being impeccably served. Trust is not established through persuasion. It is established through behavior repeated without witnesses. And so access unfolds indirectly. First through observation, then through proximity, then occasionally through permission. Many brands never pass the first threshold because they mistake attention for interest. But interest here is quiet, delayed, often unspoken. This is why some houses exist in perpetuity, their relevance assumed rather than asserted, while others rise spectacularly, only to discover that reach does not equal access. Because at this altitude, luxury is not an object, an image, or a story. It is an agreement with time. And at the highest level, luxury is not chosen. It is permitted. Sovereignty as the ultimate status symbol. Western status is comparative. Who has more? Who arrived first? Who is recognized? Middle Eastern power is absolute. It doesn't compete. It doesn't compare. It doesn't perform. It governs. When wealth reaches sovereignty, status becomes irrelevant. The loudest signal is silence. Middle Eastern wealth signals power differently because it no longer needs symbols. It does not chase recognition. It does not seek approval. It does not advertise legitimacy. It restricts access. It controls time. It operates beyond comparison. In the West, luxury asks to be seen. Here, power asks to be left alone. And at the highest level of wealth, silence is not subtle. It is absolute.